Okay, so I am going to eat some chips today. I am going to eat these Texas grilled barbecue flavored chips. And then I'm also going to eat Italian red meat flavor. Let's eat the red one first. Like, it's red and blue. It's just like me and my heart. There's two sides to me. Okay, so I'm going to eat this one first. These are Chinese ones. There's a store near me that sells like variety chips. One of my favorite chips that they have is like these Mexican chips. They're like extra flaming hot Tostitos. And I haven't seen them in the store in like 2 weeks now, and they're my favorite. So I'm hoping that there's an issue where there's a delay more so than they're not gonna put it in stock again, because those are my favorite chips. Oh my god, do you see how big this bag is? There's only this much chips in here. I opened it and it looked so empty. I was like, why is the bag so empty? It kind of stinks. Wait, these are... Sorry, I'm a messy eater. I'm quite carelessly when I'm eating. This kind of just tastes like any other chips. Like, these literally just taste like any other chip. I definitely think that these are just like, they're normal chips. Yeah, they're just normal chips. These don't really taste like, they have a slight barbecue flavor, but it's not like it doesn't taste like Texas grilled barbecue. It's alright. I think that it has, maybe to people in China when they eat these chips, this is what Texas is to them. I'm not a big fan of it, but it doesn't taste terrible. Would I buy these again? No. Wait. I actually kind of like them because now I'm comparing it to like regular barbecue chips, like the ones that are like orange-ish. Excuse me. I'm gonna compare it to the regular barbecue chips that we usually eat. And I actually like these more than the other barbecue chips. So the barbecue chips are kind of spicy and have like a lot of like, I don't know, I feel like it's over seasoned and it kind of leaves that like, I don't taste in your mouth, but these do the same thing. But yeah, this is allegedly 2 servings, but I'm like, if this is 2 servings, they want to starve us, guys. So I think these are right. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'll definitely give it a, 6 out of 10. This is a 6 out of 10 for me. The Texas grilled barbecue flavor. Now on to the one I'm super excited to eat. I am so excited to eat this one. Again, this is the Italian red meat flavor. I once had these Lay's that were Kobe beef flavor, you know, like the Kobe steak. And low-key, those ones were really good too. Now that I think about it, these aren't even Chinese. This is fucking Japanese. Guys, I can't read. I think I wasn't really looking at it. I was just looking at it like that. But now that I'm actually looking at it, I think this is actually Chinese. Japanese. I think these are Japanese chips, because when I was like thinking about it, I was like, Kobe flavor. Why would Chinese people make Kobe flavored potato chips? Duh, they're not fucking Chinese, they're Japanese. So these are actually Japanese chips. Yeah, and I had the Kobe beef flavor, and that one was really weird tasting, but I couldn't stop eating it, and I finished the whole bag, and I was surprised. Actually, these are kind of good. I think I'm still strong on the 6 out of 10. My first reaction is like, but now I'm like, these kind of good. They're just really simple flavors. I really like that one. That one was pretty good. This is some good water, man. Excuse me. I made some yams last night when I was blind drunk. And I'm going to like a potluck today because I am spending Thanksgiving alone, which is totally fine for me. I actually don't really care that much. And I made some yams, like I said, and I want to bring them to the potluck, but I really want to eat them. And I'm like trying so hard not to eat them because like I already preheated the oven so I can put it back in there to melt the marshmallows. But the dinner doesn't start till 7 and it's only like 4 o'clock still. And I'm like, yo, I want to fucking eat these yams so bad. And I keep looking at it and I keep like touching it and I'm like, I want to fucking eat you. I'm gonna wait though. I should refrigerate it, but I don't want to refrigerate it and then I have to like heat it up again. I feel like that's a lot of work to do. Okay, so next thing we're gonna try is the Italian red meat. I am so excited for this. Ow. Whoa. They have this orange like thing. I was just commenting about like the orange chips. These are orange, which I wasn't expecting because on these don't look nothing alike. So I'm confused. These are pretty good. I like these chips. Oh, these are pretty good. I just want to eat these. I really like these. This is nice. That's actually pretty bomb spectacular. Okay, so I just came back from the movie theaters. And I watched Wicked for good. And it was a pretty good movie. I would say that it's one of my favorite. Ooh. That is a very strong word. It is not one of my favorites. But I really, 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 really love Cynthia Erivo in this. Oh my goodness. She is such a beautiful actress. And she is a beautiful vocalist. I think her voice is so beautiful. It's so strong and sure of itself. I had some issues with the dialogue, but one thing I will comment and that I love was the costuming. And not specifically for Glinda. Everyone is like obsessed with Glinda's dress, and everyone really, really, really loves her dress and everything and all her other outfits. And I think, yes, they are cute. But nothing's gonna beat the costuming for the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and Elphaba. They have the top tier costuming. Also, it was a really confusing movie because like Nessa was just like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't, like, a lot of things were happening, but I was just like, why is it happening? You know, like, for me, yeah, for me, I definitely want to say, like, quote unquote, a lot of things were happening in the movie, and I feel like they just happened because, and not really a reason was given why these things were happening, in my opinion. Like, when Nessa starts freaking out and, like, wants Bach to love her, like, so now she can read the grimoire, so they're both witches. Okay, and they just never go back on that again. And then the next time we see Nessa, she's running out in the street, and it's just like, okay. And then, you know, we didn't get to see Dorothy, which I think is totally fine. I don't give a shit about that. But I was like, I don't know. I feel like the emotional parts weren't as strong because I felt like I was watching Wicked again, but it was part 2, and I was just like, I'm surprised that this is a whole 2-hour movie because I'm just like, a lot of this could have been cut down and shown like more significant things in my opinion. My favorite scenes definitely had to be the ones with Elphaba and Fiyero. They are the cutest thing since babies, I don't know. And I think that I really loved it. I am not a big fan of Ariana Grande's acting, and I love Ariana Grande. She's one of my favorite artists, musical artists out. But I haven't been liking her as Glinda. I don't think Ariana Grande is a strong actress. And that was so funny. When I was watching the movie, so it's like in the beginning part. So the spoilers, if I load it, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. And so Ariana Grande and Fiyero, like at the beginning of the movie, they're like making an announcement to Munchkinland as they're doing an opening for the Yellow Brick Road, and Ariana Grande's doing something with her eyebrows, right? It's just like, I don't know how to do it, but like it feels a little forced, right? But then later on in the movie, Elphaba does a very similar thing with her eyebrows, but I felt like it was a little more natural. And it was like, oh my goodness. Like, and then there's that. I feel like, not that Ariana Grande is like forcing anything, but I think she's trying a little too hard, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, this is such a big scale movie, and this is the actress we're hiring. Like, and not to compare Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande, but it makes sense while Cynthia Erivo is Elphaba. It makes so much fucking sense. Like, that is perfectly cast, in my opinion. I literally wrote that in my Letterboxd review. It is perfectly cast, Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. But Ariana Grande as Glinda, I don't know. I'm not so sure on that, and I really love Ariana Grande, and I'm glad that she got to experience and have this opportunity for herself. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was like, you know, anything spectacular. Like, when I was watching it, I have plans to do acting in my own life, and I'm not like comparing myself to Ariana Grande, but I was saying this in my head. I was like, I hope I don't act like that in my head. And it's just like, I know that's so mean to say, and I'm not trying to shade Ariana Grande at all, but I just did not like Ariana Grande as Glinda. But she looked nice. Beautiful gowns. That's how I feel about Ariana Grande as Glinda. And then my other commentaries, the dialogue was just like worse, and I was just like, who wrote the script? Because they were saying like a clock, a tick so much. They were saying clock and tick. Like, there's like this catchphrase like, I see you in a clock tick. They say that so much in the movie, and I think they're trying to like make a catchphrase, but it kind of just makes it seem like it's redundant, because when I have to go somewhere, I'm not always like oh, BRB, BRB, BRB. I say BRB, see you later, oh, I'm leaving. It's like a flow of words. It's not like I'm constantly going, it's more like, see you in the clock, tick later, see you in the clock, tick later. And I felt like I was in a time loop. And I think that kind of goes along with the themes of using that metaphor. Or is it a metaphor, simile, idiom? One of those. I think it's more metaphoric. No, it's not metaphoric. I think it's more like idiom, simile type beat. And I just really didn't like Ariana Grande's Glinda. That's it. What else did I enjoy and didn't enjoy about Wicked? I feel like I kind of like I have a hole in my jeans. And I sewed that up too, and I gotta sew it up again. I forgot to rate this one. These ones are definitely like, I give these an 8 out of, I give this a 7 out of 10 actually. So this is a 6 out of 10. This is a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'm not feeling too bothered about it either. It was an okay movie. I gave the movie 3.5 stars. I didn't really like it. Like I mentioned earlier, like the emotional points. Especially at the end, because when I watched the first Wicked, I was crying. Like, I was crying so hard that I was still crying in the car. Like, I cried walking out the theaters. I cried in the car a little bit. And I just went crazy mode after that. I watched it with a boy that I dated, and I lost my wallet in the theater, right? So when I got home, I opened my purse, and I was like, where's my fucking wallet? Where's my fucking wallet? Ah! I need my wallet! And I think that was our last date. And not because I freaked out about the wallet, but there was like a energy shift after that. Like, I think I told him that I wanted to go like on a break after that whole like date or day. Like, the energy shifted. It was so weird. Even I felt it. He felt it. It was just an energy shift out of nowhere. And I am glad that we broke up. He wasn't like this horrible, awful guy, but he's just someone that I didn't want to really be with. And I think he's a very kind soul. It's kind of funny because, like, I really like his personality and the way he acts, but I also didn't like his personality and the way he acts. He's a stand-up guy. Shout out to you. But also, like, I'm not gonna get too personal in my life, actually. If I even have a life. Oh, also, when they're doing, like, that scene where, like, it was the door between Elphaba and Glinda, and she watches through the peephole where Elphaba melts to death. I don't know, like, it was just, like, Ariana Grande, you can't make me cry. The reason why I'm crying is because of Elphaba. Yeah, and I'm not gonna dunk on Ariana Grande too much, but I definitely, one critique I will say is that I don't know how the fuck she got an Oscar nomination for that. And I'm like, she better not get another one for this one, because if she does, I'm just like, this is exactly why I don't think that the awards are really important in, like, the Oscar, Grammy, Emmys, Golden Globes type awards. And not to say that they're, like, bad or good, but I feel like a lot of the times these people buy in nominations. One thing I know is that Netflix is lobbying the film industry. And you're going to be very mad one day when you wake up and one of the movies of the year, like best movie of the year, is going to go to a Netflix movie. And not to say that Netflix doesn't, like, produce, like, these really good shows or really good movies, but that's, like, only a good 10% of the time. There are movies on Netflix you wouldn't even dare to imagine are on Netflix. My granny, I love my grandmother, but my granny will find the most absurd thing ever. Not like absurd, like it's so crazy, but like, I'm like, where did you find this? I didn't even know they made movies like this. And yeah, and not to say those movies are gonna be the one that's loving, but Netflix, it's no way in hell that you're winning all these awards and stuff and half of your shows suck. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit and pretend like Netflix produces really good shows. And half the time when they do produce a really good show, they fucking ruin it or they cancel it. Like, one of my favorite TV shows that was a Netflix original got canceled. It was called Everything Sucks. I fucking love that show. And it makes me sad because I feel like there was just so much to do there and they didn't do anything. But if they didn't get canceled, we wouldn't have Sydney Sweeney as Cassie in Euphoria. And I'm not to say I don't like Sydney Sweeney as a person. I could care less about her as a person, but I think she does a really good job as Cassie, especially in season 1. It's just like, we would not have that if Everything Sucks didn't get canceled. And also with Cassie, like, I relate to a lot of what Cassie goes through, especially like season 1. And I think I'm definitely a Cassie. I'm like a Cassie Rue, no Lexi, but I'm more I'm more of a Cassie Rue, but I'm more normal too. Like, I've been through some traumatic stuff, but I never acted out like that. But also, that is a TV show, so I can't compare my life to these fictional characters. But I never done anything like that before. Not anything too crazy, but more so just like on the border, like close to the borderline of what they've done. I've done no hard drugs yet. The only drug I've ever done was smoke weed. But I can't do anything harder than that, cause I know myself. I tweak on weed. When I smoke weed, I fucking hallucinate, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm this fucking crazy bitch, but it's more so like I tweak. If I tweak on weed, imagine me with Molly, and then imagine me with coke, imagine me other places. I probably accidentally give myself a heart attack if I took anything like stronger than weed, because I can give myself almost a heart attack smoking weed. So that's why I'm like, I don't need to do any drugs harder than that. Yeah, so that was my chip review. I'm gonna post this whole video. I don't give a shit. I don't really have anything to say other than that. I'm going for more like a Trisha Paytas type vibe. She's a little more sillier than I, but I'm just here to relax. It's not a big deal. Goodbye. Wait, no, I shouldn't say goodbye. It's Jane. Wait, should I say like, it's been Jane? Jane, you later. Jane. Oh, XOXO, Jane Doe Marie. Or should I just call myself JDM? JDM.